For daily routines today, we are going to do some dictation where we listen for the first two sounds, and then we're going to do some handwriting. So you are going to need a piece of handwriting paper and your pencil. The first word I would like you to say is the word act. Say act. What do you hear at the beginning of the word act? Let's try chopping this one. Act. Act. So what's the first sound in the word act that you hear? That is the letter A. So we are going to write down on our handwriting page the letter A. Ack. Ack. What's the next sound? It's the letter C. Ack. Ack. Those are the first two sounds in the word act. Let's try another word. Say the word can. Let's chop the word can. Can. What is the very first sound you hear in the word can? That's the letter C. And when we write down the letter C, we're going to need a finger space. Let's see if we can hear the next sound in the word can. Do you hear the letter A next? Yeah, so we put that one right next to the letter C. Now it says ca. And if we were actually writing the word can, we would need one more sound, but we're not writing the whole word, because we don't know that last letter. So we're just sticking with the first two. Say the word cop. Let's chop the word cop. K-A-P. K-A-P. What's the very first sound you hear in cop? The letter C. So we're going to write that with a finger space. Please put your finger out, put it down on the page, and write your letter C. K-A. K-A. What letter says ah that comes next? That's our letter O. K-A. If we were writing the whole word cop, we would need one more sound. K-A. But we don't know that sound yet, so we're just going to leave it like this. K-A. When we leave a letter off that we don't know, we call that our just for now spelling. Because we don't know all the letters in the alphabet yet, just for now, this is how we're going to write cop. When we learn that other letter, then we can put it at the end. But we can't put it down if we don't know it yet. That would be silly. Say the word got. Let's chop the word got. G-A-T. G. G. A. T. G. A. T. We don't know that last sound, but we do know G. A. So with a finger space, we're going to write G. A. Make sure you're using your pencil grip. Not like this. We want to use our fingers to hold the pencil, let it rest against our hand, and then we can write those letters nicely. G-A. Say the word gap. Let's chop the word gap. G-A-P. G. A. Nah, we don't know that last sound. G. A. So what's the very first letter in the word gap? the letter G, I need to start a new line. So I'm going to put it down there. G, A. What comes next? That's the letter A. Very good. G, A. We don't know that sound, so we're just going to leave it off for now. Just for now spelling. One more, and it's a challenge one. Are you ready? Say octopus. 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 What are those first two sounds in the word octopus? An O and a C. Remember, we were talking about how when babies learn to talk, they start with just some beginning sounds, kind of like how we're learning to read and write. So if a baby saw an octopus, they might say ock, 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 because they don't know the rest of the sounds. So just like babies, we are learning something brand new, and that's reading and writing. So we just start with the first few sounds. Great work. I have been seeing some really good things with handwriting, and then some things that people are forgetting. So why do I what do I use my finger for when I'm doing handwriting? What do you have to remember? Finger spaces. Very good. And you might not know where to put a finger space all the time, but I try my hardest to tell you when we're going to use a finger space. So if I say something about a finger space, or you see my finger go down on my page and make that space, then you need to do it too, okay? And if moms and dads miss it and they don't see, and you notice, uh-oh, I didn't use a finger space, then you need to erase and try again. It's very important that we practice using those finger spaces. That way people can actually read the letters and the words that we write down, and that's what we want. We want to be able to read them ourselves, and we want other people to be able to read them. What else do we have to remember with our handwriting? This little eraser is our friend. If your hand makes a mistake, or it goes too fast, or it gets too scribbly, just erase and fix, right? Simple. And if the video keeps going and it's going too fast, just pause it. We want our handwriting to look beautiful. Even if we're at home practicing, even if I'm not there to tell you, oh, fix that letter, you got to remember to try on your own, okay? All right, let's get started. All right, so for handwriting, we are going to do 4 different letters 3 times, lots of finger spaces, uppercase and lowercase. So make sure you're watching with your eyes and listening with your ears and getting ready with your pencil. I noticed that some people are forgetting the names of some of these letters. So practice the names with me. Let's make an uppercase A and a lowercase a. And say A, apple, and then we make the sound this letter makes and that we hear at the beginning of apple. A, apple, a. Now you're going to use a finger space. Don't forget, look, here's mine. I'm letting you know it's a finger space. And we're gonna make an uppercase C and a lowercase c. The name of that letter is C. The picture we use to help us remember is cat, and the sound the letter makes is k. Next, we need another finger space, and we're gonna make an uppercase O and a lowercase o. The letter O, the picture of an octopus, and the sound this letter makes is ah. The last letter in this row that we're going to make is the letter G. So look, I'm using a finger space, and I'm gonna do an uppercase G and a lowercase g. Here's the letter G. Here's a picture of a goat, And the letter G says g, 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 just like in the word g, g, goat. On the next line, we are going to copy this row. So we need to start with an uppercase A, a lowercase a, and a finger space. An uppercase C, a lowercase c. Mine went a little too low. I think I need to fix that. See, even people who have been practicing their letters for a very, very long time still need to erase and fix, because I want my letters to look as good as I can get them. Finger space, and next we did an uppercase O and a lowercase o. And after that, another uppercase G and a lowercase g. I'm noticing with some people's G's, I'm seeing circles and sticks. No. That is not how we make our lowercase g. They look kind of funky that way. If you do a circle and a stick like that, then you need a fix. Remember, a lowercase g starts at the yellow line and curves around just like our letters C and O and A. And then you push back up, and look, my pencil is still touching the paper. And I go right back down on that same line. That's how we get our G's to look beautiful. And in the last row, we're going to do another uppercase A and a lowercase a and a finger space. And an uppercase C and a lowercase c. And an uppercase O and a lowercase o. And the last one will be an uppercase G and a lowercase g. And that is our handwriting. So we did 3 rows of these letters. A, apple, A. C, cat, k. O, octopus, A. And G, goat, g. Don't forget to take a picture of your dictation and your handwriting and post it to your portfolio.